Alright, we have returned. Hello viewers. Let me put my customary stream message in the hope that someone joins. Hi, welcome to the stream. Please say hi as I can't see viewer counts. I think I'll go for the colon 3 emoji that time. The cat face. God, I'm adorable. Anyway, the stream is now live. I started this poorly. I probably should grab coffee first. But it is what it is. Alright, in order of ascending, let me stand up. That'll probably wake me up somewhat. In order of descending importance, here are the tasks for the day. So, let me make sure this lines up here. Oh, Jesus. Test a full build, that is probably necessary. I haven't done that yet, so I might just do that when I go grab coffee or something. I'll do a build. Whatever. When I go grab coffee, I'll go do a build, and then we'll test those builds, see if they work the same way. Hopefully they do, and that shouldn't be too much of an issue. No drop when picking up same item. That is a bug that we need to fix. I always feel weird adding bugs here because, I mean, they're not really bugs. Bugs are something that you like find in production and you're like, oh shit, we need to fix this bug. These are more parts of an unfinished ticket, so you wouldn't really put them in a bug, you just put them in the ticket that you're sold down. But the ticket has been moved to finish, and so it's now a bug. Can't pick up duplicate items. Okay. We'll put that above that as well. It's around there. So after doing a full build, or we'll do a full build, whatever. That's a high priority, but not something we're gonna put before anything else. We need to make sure the anchor scaling for the lobby is okay. That shouldn't take 2 seconds. Handle relay closing, so that's the big one. I currently have a basic system for that, where it's just checking, oh, have we ended? If so, then load the main scene, but it doesn't really work. So yeah, we'll try and get that done today. Let's get into the first one. Check the canvas scaling. Let's see what it looks like. I haven't checked it. You should have 2 things open if it ever loads. As you can see, I just opened it, so it shouldn't need to. I shouldn't need to do anything. I'm up early today, 6:30. I actually woke up an hour ago and then started messing with stuff, so I should have been able to start at 6, but better than nothing. Let's create a relay. Have I deleted all these things yet? These work now, so I actually need these debug messages clogging up my screen. Oh, my foot's in so much pain. One day I'll figure out what's wrong with me. I'll open Rider after some time. It occurs to me I was here to test the thing, wasn't I? The lobby page. I just didn't do it. It's opening twice. Why are you opening twice? Don't open twice. Error loading solution. Okay. Okay, now it's just once. We delete this. And then we delete this. Okay. So we know that's working, so we need to. We're going to go host game here. We're going to go find match here. Let me maximize this, see what it looks like. And yeah, seems to be scaled correctly. It looks okay, doesn't look terrible. As my awful UI skills go. I can't believe they hired me for a UI role. My last job was just making UIs, but obviously then we had a design team, so I was more just implementing it because, my god, I suck at art. If I press X there, what happens? He just gets booted back to the lobby. That's all well and good. Yeah, that's fine. So that works. Sweet. All the cancellation tokens come in. Which, yeah, I don't like how it's like an error. That's because it's, you know, it's like that's meant to happen. I did that intentionally. So we can cross that off the list and say that's done now. I don't think this was on the, was it? So that's an easy first fix that we finished. Yeah, get up here. I kind of want to handle this first because it's annoying me. Let's come up with a fix for this. Can't pick up duplicate items. I think the issue with this is solved just by allowing people to pick up duplicate items, to be honest. Right? So if I go to the equipper and I go to equip, try and get value slot index if loot index equals equipped item index return. So let's just get rid of that. And then let's try it now. Because this should be good to go, unless I'm mistaken. Because I didn't really see an issue. I think I might have seen an issue before with duplicate pickups, but now I can't remember it, and so it doesn't exist. Perhaps later I'll remember why you can't have that. It shouldn't be an issue, right? Because I'll just do the de-equip, unequip, and re-equip like things twice. So yeah, can't think of why that would be a problem. I can even make a synchronized states thing anytime I pick up an item instead. That might be better. Just to ensure all the states are always lined up, because I don't know, you never know if you're going to miss something. I should at least occasionally synchronize states. You know? You know what I mean? When is synchronized states even called? Is it just that one time? I think it might just be that once. Man, my hair's always so wild. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I'll go headphones this stream. Oh, God. Do, 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 do. No, 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 no. I don't need to test on both. Oh no, it's quiet mode. Ah, my foot. Let's join the relay. Sorry, let's create a relay. Pup, pup, pup. And let's get some loots in. Spawn, loot test, head 1, spawn, loot test, head 1. Oh. Oh. Alright, so you pick up the head, and then boom, pick up the head again. There we go. So that solves the issue. And to my knowledge, shouldn't affect anything. I should also only send this message when Where's the compound base? I should also only set stat when it's different, right? Oh no, sorry, yeah. Only since stats changes anyway, so it's only when it's different. Okay, sweet. So that's that done. Already making some good progress, lads. I'm loving it. And we can cross that off the list. This is the big one. Handle server stop. Handle server stop. Let's drag that over there. Oh man, I love like ticking off little boxes. So satisfying. So currently, I can just play this on both, and we can show off what that looks like. Here's some madness. There we go. Now it's just crazy at the back, so we can ignore that. Too floofy. Hair far too floofy. So if we create, let's just create it here so you can see it easier on the main page. So if we create a relay here, apparently CodeMonkey did like 16,000 lines of codes in 2 weeks. It's quite impressive. I can do, yeah, Jesus. I did 100,000 words in a month. I don't know how that equates to lines. I don't know what's easier as well, with lines of code or lines of thing, because a line of code shouldn't be like an open brace, but still, code, that is pretty impressive. Code. And not to put myself down, what I did was also very impressive. Or at least it will be if I ever release that game. That book. Join, relay, paste. So you'll see that we're in the game now. It looks really shiny. Is it just me? Is it because I have this? I think it's because I have this overlay material on. Oh, let's look at all this stuff on. I don't want to have any of this. Save. There you go, I think that's better. Before it was like quite shiny. There we go. Although I kind of like the shininess. Can I just have it on or off? I would have thought alpha just turns off the entire thing. Apparently not. More than 0.5. 0. Yeah, 0 makes it matte and that makes it darker. I guess they just have multiple laps. So if I have like another lerp here, this doesn't have to be a lerp, that's just this, and this is just this over 2. So that's all the hit effect stuff. I wonder if I could group this into some outputs, and then just have like add blur, add hit effect. That might work. Let's save that. So that should look normal. But now if we hit, you get a nice little red effect, red overlay, which I think looks a bit better. It's a bit like shinier. There should be some sort of hit, like it. Should really increase the attack range a bit. Also, yeah, I haven't handled the fact that I can hit behind me. Maybe I'll do that quickly, just before I get into anything else. Where is that? Is it attack? Delver, controller, attack? I don't know how I'll do the attack on the monsters. I guess I'll just do it the same sort of way, but more custom. What happens if I do this? This gets sort of get stat and Delver Manager and transform. I could add this. This might work. Yeah, I might have this as a as just something I slap onto a character, so all the skeletons can attack individually, you know? I've never done any sort of AI enemy work, so I'm a bit worried and scared when it comes to that stuff. But hopefully it's not too tough. I'll just have them, I don't know how you have them walk. Because like I can just have it, surely I know I can have the capsule just imagine path find and then walk to, like move towards a place, but can I be like, hey, do the walking animation? Maybe I do it like I used to have it, so I just face that, I face the characters of that animation and then just do the run animation, and then I just stop and do the hit animation. I don't do any of this switching between all this complicated character controller stuff. I think will be good. You could even do it based off thing movement, root motion, but it's fine. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to say increase the attack radius. Do I want to increase it based on the weapon? No, I'm too lazy. And I guess we could say like I should really attack in a cone, but if I do something like this and I do plus transform dot forward, times like 0.5 maybe, because there's one all around me. Do I need to? So I think this will be better. So on draw gizmos. I kind of want to draw it in the scene though. How can I draw a sphere or debug sphere in the scene? That's not how you spell sphere. To draw a debug sphere in the sphere, you can use gizmos. Okay, fine. I was hoping, does that appear in the thing though? Draw sphere, transform position radius. Gizmos dot draw sphere. It takes in a center and radius, so it's the same as this. Let's just say gizmos.color equals color. Let's make it yellow. Don't know how transparent it'll be. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, yeah, as I said, when you quit this other player, it goes back to this menu. Which, like, so it works in some ways, but I don't think I can create a relay again. Yeah, it does, like, it messes up. So I probably have to unset something and reset something correctly, or probably just unset something because it'll set and reset. It'll set it correctly. I have to do the part of the reset. Is that how that works? I think surely re is just set again, so probably not, no. But I have to do the unset part of the reset. I bought a bunch of boba tea yesterday. £100 worth of just tea flavours and teas and this and that and the other. So yeah, gonna start selling boba tea. I do wonder if I should start sell some fruit juice and stuff as well. Create relay. Let's see what it looks like. Does it show here? It does. Oh, it says foot. So I can still kind of attack stuff on my ass. That's not a bad attack range. Like, that's not terrible. I should probably put it from the chest, from the chest area. Could even have it like where he's looking, but that shouldn't be an issue. Or even at the head area. So like transformed that up by, I guess, 1. Plus transform dot 4 times 0.5 plus transform dot up should be vector 3 dot up. So yeah, I think that'll be a good position. Let's try that. Really get rid of those parts of the default scene that don't really do anything. Yeah, it looks okay. So I mean, it's pretty much a cone. So stuff right to the, like the left and right aren't really going to get hit much, but other stuff are. I can always bring in the second character just to see what that'll look like. I like how it's just a solid yellow sphere. But yeah, that doesn't seem like a terrible attack range. It's like twice as big as her, so yeah, it's kind of like that, plus stuff in front of her. Probably maybe be a bit too big for things like fists, but I think for swords, it's not too big a deal. Let me like spawn in a great sword. Spawn. Oh god. Or I could even do it focused around the weapon itself. Maybe that would be the play. Maybe each weapon has an attack center, and then anything overlapping with the center at the time of attack does that. Nah. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst idea, but I don't think it's massively necessary. Let's join the relay, and let's over here spawn. Whatever, I'm on here now. Spawn loop test, weapon 2. So that doesn't hit. That does hit. No. 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 This is pretty spot on. I feel like we've aced that. That's like absolutely spot on. I don't want to toot my own horn there, but we have lucked out. That is right where it needs to be. That hit, don't hit, hit, don't hit. Like that's a hit. That's not. That's actually like right on there. That's crazy. And like here won't hit, but here it will hit. Oh man, I've killed that. And that, I mean, that's not terrible, the fact that it's behind a bit. Maybe I do move it forward a tiny bit just so you can't hit people behind you. I don't want to increase the range too much though, you know? It's like just about right. I could make it so just so if they're in front of you, then register them. Otherwise don't, because I really like that range. I do not want to mess with that range. Although, would it be that forgiving if it hits like... How far forward do I need to hit? So I can hit from here. So I'd need to move it one person forward, basically. Actually, not even. You need to move like an inch forward. Where's like the back line? So I'm happy hitting people here. I just don't want to hit them like here. Like this seems like a bad angle. So maybe like half a person forward. Which means it would hit them. So it currently hits them here. Yeah. So this would hit probably. Which is a tiny bit too much range. But I mean it's not like so bad, because this is quite realistic in that like, yeah, it's right at the tip of the range, but like if this hit, I wouldn't like cry too much about it, you know? I'm always a bit out of range, but it's better than feeling you have to get right in their face. This, like, you know, this feels realistic, but it feels also feels a bit too close at the same time. And let me get a greatsword even. Spawn, loot test, weapon 1. Because this, yeah, I think this will make it feel like, oh, I need a bit more range. Yeah, see, like that should hit. Oh, it did hit. That shouldn't hit. That should maybe hit, so it's quite low. Oh yeah, see, that should hit. So I don't mind, maybe I'll move it forward like an inch. Just move it forward a tiny inch. And try to transform to 4.5. I do point like 0.65 maybe. I was trying to think if there's a way to test this. No. But yeah, this should fix that. Bum 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 bum. I won't add that to the list of animations, but I will say I will add it here. Fix attack range. And it's already crossed out. That's how much confidence I have. 7 o'clock, streaming for half an hour. I think I'll do 7:30 and just grab a coffee. Just to keep myself a bit more awake. If I grab a coffee now and then I stream until like 10, that's a 3.5 hour stream. Then I have a break until 11 and I come back for 12, 13, 14, another 3 hours. I should do it until 3 really. Yeah, but we'll see. I'll create the relay. I wish there was a way to like cipher all these stupid debug messages. There probably is. Join relay. So obviously with fists, it's a bit very forward. Like, you know, I shouldn't be hitting that person with fists, but no one's going to be using fists. And if I do, I'll put like a slash effect in front of them, so it's like. But let's try it with the great sword. So spawn. Oh. Spawn loot test weapon 1. Oh god. Spawn loot test weapon 2. Oh, great, they both spawned here. Terrific. Let me turn off audio on this guy. Turn it off there and then turn it off and on here so it remembers my choice. So this is still not bad. But now hopefully... Oh no, it still does hit here. I should really have a different way of testing this. Let me just make a... First transform forward times 0.65. Let me also make a little function here and call it vector3 dot private vector3 get hit area, and we'll just say this returns this, and that way we can just say, I should say get hit center. So let's give that a look. Why does it really want me to introduce variable? I can't imagine it's that expensive. That should be 10. Where are we hitting more than 10 things at a time, eh? It's only like interacting with the actual hits anyway. I wonder if we'll have to do some sort of object pooling on the enemies. Maybe. Probably. That'd likely be the play. I'll probably do it on the character as well. When you die, you just equip default items and you get teleported to the nearest spawn point where you have to like break out, or if someone has to break you out, maybe that'd be cool. I think that's how I wanted to do it. So yeah, teleports you to the spawn point of that room or chamber. Or you just like disappear for a while. You just die on the floor a bit, and your input no longer works, and you have no hit. I mean, if you have no input and no collider, you basically don't exist in the world, because nothing can see you, nothing can touch you, and you can't interact with the rest of the world. Other than in cases of this overlap sphere and whatnot, but again, if you're turning off input, then it doesn't matter. So that's probably how I'll handle death. Maybe ragdoll. Looks good. And yeah, I'll put that. That's way down the line there. Not way down the line, but down the line. I came here for a purpose. Oh yeah, I was going to add a serialized field. S prop S vec vector 3 hit area offset. So should float. Hit area forward. Equals 0.7f equals vector 3 dot. Alright, now we can actually do some testing. So let's test this. I shall be actually, I need the bathroom, and then I will return. Await me. Okay, we have returned. Oh Jesus, it's like 10 minutes. I should get something for like in between streams in case. I know I'm always preparing for like the best situation, like endgame. I can't imagine like there's 1,000 people here trying to watch a stream. I'll give them something to do while I go take a slash. I still haven't got my coffee. What was I doing? I need to stop using my phone in the bathroom. I just forget everything. Oh yeah, I was testing distances and whatnot for the character. Let's create a relay. And in the gizmo we should be able to see the character now. So if I want to move this forward a little, is it here? Yes. So I can move this up and down. Maybe that's a bit better. I could even do something like this, because I don't think you're hitting anything on the floor. Like 1.5 maybe. And then let me join relay before I get into it. I should have also had a variable for the radius, to be honest. Yeah, see, it's a bit far there. Maybe each weapon should have its own radius. I think that probably makes sense, because otherwise the sword's hitting us as much as a scythe. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. How can I code that in? First glance, I was like, yeah, it's easy, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not. I have a current weapon, right? Don't I? Yes, I do. Current weapon dot it's just another stat, I guess, out at the bottom. Yeah. So combatant constants. Oh, there it is. I'll say attack range. This should really be near attack speed, but I'm not, messing with all this again. I probably should have checked to make sure. I should have probably source controlled and added a thing to make sure. Let's find out. Fists. Unarmed. Really? Dull. No, this isn't what I want. I want the thing. Dull short sword, knockback resist. If I save this, you just put this back to 1. Actually, I can do this now. Current weapon dot. Is it stats? Oh. How do I get the actual thing? Stat modifiers. Private? No way. I don't know if I do need it to be a stat modifier actually, now that I think about it. Sorry, a user constant. Because it won't be on the thing, it'll just be on the weapon itself. So let's go back to weapon. Current weapon. So every weapon will also have an attack range. And that'll just be public, that'll be prop S. Animation override controller, weapon parts. It'll be below the weapon parts, but below the controller. This is all after the equipable stuff. What does it look like? Oh, where have I gone? Okay, so the weapon parts and override controller there, so I should put it above all this. I wonder what happens if I like have a region. Will it put all in the region, like the same region? That's fine. That's a future thing to figure out. I'm wondering if I can just put a region attribute, and then if they'll be in the same region, despite the fact they're in two different scripts. This is going to be a float. I'll call this attack range. It's more of a modifier because it'll just be 1 plus the attack range. This needs to be public. Or I could just set this equals 1. This would work, but let me actually do serialized field, prop S, and do another float and just call it attack range override. Let me use that instead, just so I can test it. So let's give that a go. So all these weapons should have a attack range now. Yep. Nope. No. Maybe. Yeah. Attack range 1. So let's play and let's tweak as we like. And I'll get the largest attack range I want, and then I'll scale back from there. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe it should be 0 plus the attack range, or 1 plus the attack range. I'm thinking that if I put 1 plus the attack range, then I can also use the attack range as the forward vector. So I can say, hey, move yourself forward. Where is it? Move yourself forward by 0.7 plus. Oh, it's got a longer attack range, so I want the center to be there, kind of thing. You know. So maybe that's the attack range normally. Because otherwise, for fists, it's going to be like this, which is still like way too far ahead. I don't really want that. I would rather have 0.5 and then the forward is 0.5, you know? So I think that's probably the play. So let's do that. And where's my weapon? I'll just get that back to 0. I think that's probably a bit better, I think. So attack range override plus 1, and this will be get hit center, will be that, plus forward, minus attack range, and attack range override right now. Yeah, I think that should hopefully make sense. God willing. Also, can I make this a bit more transparent? color, color, RGB, XYZ. How do you make yellow? 1.9.01. 1.9.01. One point nine point zero one. Is that right? Doesn't look right. Oh, this is 0.09 as well. Yeah, that's pretty yellow. Surely that doesn't make a difference. Whatever. And then we'll do 0.4 for the alpha. Okay, let's go. So the whole solid square was kind of annoying me. Solid sphere, I should say. So now we have a hit center, attack range override +1. This needs to be +1 as well. So this will be the end result basically. Get hit center's the same. I probably should have just made another function here for get hit center and get hit radius because you know, eventually I'll delete all these two and then I can just fix it manually in here after I delete all of this stuff. This is just for debugging purposes. Or I could even do a conditional compilation, but I never test, so I don't really like conditional compilation. So now we can see what we want. Jesus. Level 1 armature. So 0.7, attack range override should be 0. And like if I put it to, this should be 1 by default, so that's the default thing, and say minus 0.5 is the attack range override. Have I done that right? I want attack range override of 0 to be I don't want to do this. So I want an attack range override of 0 to be how do I want to do this? Come on, you can maths this. You're the best at maths. So I want it to be in front of the character, so that's transforms position plus hit area offset, because that's the up, this is the position. So I want it to be forward by 1, so hit area forward, which is just 1 right now. So that's the default location. Now I want to move it back the lower the attack range is. So by default, the attack range would be 1. So by default, an attack range would be 0. So hit range for hit area forward, so it's 1 minus 0. Should be plus, so plus if I set it to minus 0.5. Or should I just set it to attack range override and just do like fully set it to attack range override? I can see emojis in the chat. Who has joined me? Ugh, God, I'm knackered. You can't really catch me as I try to wrap my head around basic maths. It's a terrifying experience. Hit area forward minus attack range override. Who knows? How would I do this? I just don't know. Who's creeping? Announce yourselves. Say your name, or forever hold your peace. Lest I fear who is watching. And I'll constantly be on edge otherwise. I'll just be crying internally. Whilst he turn. I wonder how people find the stream as well, like randomly. I should definitely have some cool little stream games going. Don't know if those exist on YouTube. I know like some exist on Twitch, but yeah, not too sure. Transformer forward. Forward. So defaults to 1, and then like I don't know. I guess I can either have a default attack range of 1 or 0. Maybe I just do it like this. So forget hit range. Forget that. And I just do this. And I do this. I do this. So hit area forward does nothing now. Actually, let's say Control Shift Dash. Yes. Let's comment that out, and let's get back in, and let's see how it goes. So now the attack range override affects the hit area directly. So should default to 1. Which is probably not, but it's fine. We'll change that. Create relay. And so there's no attack range at the beginning. And an attack range of 1. We'll put the normal attack in. So let me actually join this guy in as well. An attack range of like 0.5, we'll move it there. And 1.5, we'll move it there. Okay, yeah, I like that. So it's always in front. And yeah, let's spawn in some different weapons. Let's say spawn spawn loot test weapon 1, spawn loot test weapon 2. So we've got the old great sword and the old short sword, and you know, maybe eventually I'll add like a massive scythe in that absolutely cleaves enemies. I want to put on a very slow attack. I think the greatsword attack's already quite slow. Join relay. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Let's grab this. Let's see what the range is. Wow. Wow. Actually, let's see it on this guy as well. Let's go scene. Does it show on both? It does show on both. What if I change my attack range down to 1? Delver manager, Delver armature. Attack range 0. 0.5. Oh no, that's her. Let's change this guy's down to 0.5. So that's his attack range is now 0.5, which I feel like is okay. So There's no hitting behind, but you can hit like there. And like, yeah, that seems okay. Make it a bit forgiving, maybe 0.6. But 0.6 seems good. So we'll go into unarmed and we'll say 0.6. And then her. She's a 1. So 1 actually seems okay for this. Like, I mean, it seems okay. Now that could hit. I wouldn't hate it, but like that seems a bit more accurate. Like over there's fine, and then yeah, nothing on the sides. So we'll leave the dull short sword at 1. Could even leave him at 0.5 really. But these shouldn't hit. Let me try 0.5. We can work with realism, and then we can just we can put like an overall multiplier on after. Maybe if there's like, oh, this is too close. I'll leave it at 0.6. 0.55. Yeah, so that shouldn't be hitting, but it doesn't feel too bad. I'll do 0.6. No one likes being that close to an enemy. I'll do 0.6. And this, yeah, I mean this feels more than enough range really. Point 0.6, could do 0.1, 1.1. Just because if we're bumping everything up, and it's better to go a bit further. Not so good. Oh man, he's way too close, way too far. I'm hitting him from. Yeah, I think like adding like 0.1 to each thing is probably for the best. Gives you a bit of wiggle room. Let's grab this. So we'll put the short sword at 1.1. We'll get the thing sword. I feel like they should hit from like here. Right now it hits from here, so maybe like another 0.2. Maybe like 4. Point 4 doesn't seem terrible. It's like a little bit out of range, but not massively. Or we say screw him and make it all super unforgiving. Make this like 1.3. Please make it 1.3, make it like 1.2. And now you know you're hitting him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make it 1.2. Let's make this 1.2. Let's make this 1. Let's make this 0.6, and only melee weapons should have things, shouldn't they? Let me move it. I wonder if that works, if I can just move it like that. There's only one way to find out. Let's find a melee weapon. Is range equals false. Let's say current weapon as melee weapon. Is it not melee weapon? Melee weapon. Dot attack range. Oh. Is that expensive doing a cast? Maybe I just get this every time I change weapon. Where's the current weapon dot set? We can actually use is range on set. Current weapon, current layer, we'll say private float attack range. Get set. Set weapon is range equals is ranged. Attack range equals if is ranged. Oh. Attack range equals current weapon. I'll just say what I can get from here. Attack range. Current attack range. So this is the end result. After this I can just copy this into here and should be good. So let's do a final test. And then how long we've given it? We've been recording an hour. We fixed like 2 bugs and we got this attack range sorted. So I think overall that's a decent start to the day, if I do say so myself. I love programming, man. There's so many cool and complicated interwoven systems. Just makes me feel like a clever boy. Oh, no. Dun, 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 dun. Apparently my scene is at 0. Interesting. Why is that at 0? Let me make sure it's not because I've spawned loot test weapon 1. Am I not setting? Oh, I think. No, what? Attack range is set on all these. Yeah. If I put if it is ranged. I'll do it. Let's give that another go. I'm just a genius. Sometimes it frightens even myself. So if it's not ranged, they cast it as a melee weapon. It occurs to me that we don't actually need an is ranged thing. Right? Let me see if I... Well, so I just delete this. Obviously the weapon will break, but... Is this the only place it's used? I think I can just do this. If current weapon dot get type equals type of melee weapon, then do that. I should just do if current weapon is melee weapon, right? And then I can just do melee weapon dot attack range is ranged equals true, return, else is ranged, equals false. I think that works. Where's my other one? Ranged weapon. Save on having to set a boolean on each thing. Also guessing that I could have done that with everything. On the equipable types, I could have just switched on the actual thing itself. But I'm not that clever. Oh, my favourite. Yeah, I was gonna say I could change that, change the way the thing works, change the way the equipables work in general, not to even have an equipable type, instead just say okay get type and then do it based off get type. But it is what it is. I don't think it makes a huge difference, and storing it as a little enum probably isn't very expensive and maybe is quicker, and I don't know, who knows. It's done now. Dun, 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 dun. Let me create the relay here in case I need to rejoin with just slight differences. Alright, so the punch works. Oh. feel like punching sideways. It's kind of like going that way a bit. I think this is like the turn isn't very fast enough, so it still moves back a bit. Why is it cancelling? It should go straight into the other punch. This thing's broken. What? Oh, it's doing. I've messed with the range thing somehow. How have I done this? It's treating it like a ranged weapon. All I do is keep mixing these up for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. That'll fix it. So weird. So very weird. Yeah, I just keep mixing up that it's ranged and it's not ranged thing. I was wondering why that was happening. I was like, this is strange. It feels different to how it felt a second ago. Might need to up the turn speed though, just for future reference. Because it's doing that on the first one. It's doing that little turny thing on the first one. Join relay. Oh. Join relay. Paste. What should I have for breakfast? What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Oh god. Could be like 9:30 to 10. It'll be my break. Yeah, this works a bit better now. Pat. I feel like I need to increase the turning time. Like, it's not slow, but it's also not the fastest, you know. Target rotation, set rotation. Just up the rotation velocity. Where is this set? Surely this is just a. Where's this set? What? I'm very confused. Smooth damp angle is the rotation velocity. Smooth damp angle takes the current rotation and the target rotation and does rotation velocity. Okay, this is the rotation smooth time. Okay. I'm guessing the lower it is, the faster it is? I have no idea how smooth damp angle works. It's only one way to find out. Inspect current target velocity, smooth damp angle. Smooth damp. What does smooth damp do? Oh god, there's some serious numbers here, aren't there? Jesus Christ. That's maths. Max speed times smooth time. Okay, so yeah, the faster the smooth time, the faster the yeah. The faster the smooth time, the faster the speed. Num1 is 2f over smooth time. Current velocity equals 1 plus smooth time. Current velocity equals 1 minus smooth time times 0.7. Oh man, this is way too much maths. There's way too much maths for me. So the higher num1 is, the higher we are timesing this by. So the lower the overall current velocity is. Right? I believe so. So the higher num1 is, the lower the overall velocity, because you know we're taking away that times num7, and num7 is even increasing the num1. Num1 is that over 2 delta time. What's num 2? Oh god, maybe num 2's doing some crazy shit. Oh, I just don't know. There's a lot of pluses and times, so I don't really see a divide. Let's divide, and it could be times a number by less than 1. But I think the lower the smooth time, the higher, the faster it goes. And it would make sense. I guess that's like how long it takes to smooth. So maybe if I just change smooth time to 1. What if I put 0 in front of it? I'm just curious now. I should probably make this a serialized field actually. I can just do this. Take off const. Currently it doesn't look too bad with the rotation, but yeah, I could move it a bit higher. It lerps as well, so who knows? Who knows? It never gets all the way there. Oh man, why am I just sleepy all the time? No matter what hour I sleep at. I went to sleep at 10. I think I took a while to get to bed though. Join relay, paste. This guy is pale as hell. It's definitely quite sunburned. I should probably make him a bit whiter. That pink skin is unsettling with the blonde hair and the beard. But whatever. Let's change him. And say rotations both time 0.02. Well, that's very fast. It's a bit too fast. 0.01. That's okay, 0.01 I think is a good shout. I put like 1. Oh. Just the absolute slowest turning, right? Oh. Oh. Yeah. 0.3. Point 2 seems too slow to be honest. It's not like the slowest. I can, like when you're running, it's even when you're running, it's a bit slow. It's like a few seconds where it feels like you're running sideways. Whereas this, you know, this is fast. Yeah, that seems okay. I'll stick at 0.1. Take off all this and just do 0.1. Also, I remember that fix unarmed animation idle special. So we have both those animations are messed up for some reason. Well, I don't know why special's messed up. Special used to be fine. Now it just like moves on the spot. Am I not using root motion anymore? Match case. Is it a match case? Match case. Update. If he's emoting grounded, check jump and gravity. Otherwise move. Move if he's emoting move based on the delta position. So I mean that should work. Maybe it's because I'm not doing the rotation anymore based off what's it called? The delta rotation? Maybe. To do check if lack of delta rotation is breaking some moves. No, it wouldn't be that though, would it? Let me trust the attack. So this attack range looks fine. I'll get right up on him. It's funny how it shows for him. I feel like it shouldn't, but I think the show itself is happening because it's a networked object, maybe? Not that it's a massive deal. Oh, that's gonna be cool if I ever actually set up. That seems like a good attack range. It's not too unforgiving, but it's not too easy either. Oh. See, like this one moves as intended. Yeah, let's call that there. I think that's good. Where's the attack? I don't need this anymore. I might leave it there anyway because it's a bit unsightly. I still didn't get the point of the explicit return. Like, I don't know why that's necessary. I don't really get it. Surely it should just be there anyway. But yeah, we'll add a little get hit center here just to make it a bit clearer. Always nice. Aren't you supposed to like put them before? Alright, fine, whatever. So yeah, that's what it currently looks like. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, I think I'll do, so it's been an hour 30, do another hour, so it's 2:30. And that'll be up until 9, so I'll do 9:30. Maybe I'll just grab a coffee now for breakfast. Just like a quick 10-minute coffee. I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy boy. I'm not that sleepy. I don't want to become too dependent on coffee, man. Because I'll probably have one out at lunch. What's the half-life of coffee? 6 hours. Oh, I was thinking half-life, that's radiation. Is that a thing with coffee? Half-life. Five hours. What is a half-life? No idea. So it hits within like the hour. ATM hits, so it hits like within an hour it hits, and then it lasts for around 5 hours. So this is about when it reaches halfway, it's around 5 hours. Okay, so if I finish it work at 2 or 3, I should finish work at 2. I should have a coffee at 10, right? So say 9. So if I work for another hour, that'll be, should be 3 hours, but it'll be 2.5 hours. So yeah, work for another hour. That would usually be 3 hours. You have a coffee, and then it hits an hour later, and then 4 hours after that it kind of dies down. 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Ugh. And it lasts all the way up until like ages. Is it still affecting you there? I guess it's not that. You might expect restful sleep around 5 AM. Let's say if you have 3 cups. I'm just having 1. Yeah, I try to avoid coffee. And, you know, it just feels weird. Okay, well that's looking good. So now we can move on to the part I was dreading. Fix attack screen, done all that. I still have to remember to test a full build when I go on break. Handle server stop. Okay, I can do that. I have faith. I'm gonna actually put this above fixed unarmed. I'm gonna put this right at the bottom because it's just something that annoys me, but it doesn't actually make a big difference. Oh, it's a bit chilly. So what's it currently doing? I can find what it's currently doing if I see load. Oh god, where is the loading done? I do not remember, you know. Let me close all this stuff. Equipper, controller. I don't even need the manager open, really. I don't need the loot manager open either. I'll leave these 4 open and I'll just say close all but pinned. Okay. Map manager load pregame. This is called twice. This is called on game ended. So on game ended we need to do more than this, just this. Let's see what it looks like right now. I think I can call exit relay, can't I? I think. What is this called by? I think this is just called by client stops. So if I call exit relay, if this is the server, shut down the server, otherwise disconnect. And I'm pretty sure this calls the client stopped, but there's only one way to find out, because otherwise I don't want to, you know, just obviously have to create 2 things, then join, and then close the server. Well, this should be easier. So if I go create relay, puts us there, and if I say exit relay, it puts us there. So let's see what's what. Everything seems to be gone and, you know, nicely cleaned up. The camera itself is in the wrong place, because obviously we moved the camera when we play, and we don't position it when we enter the pre-game, which we can fix quite easily. You just say, yo, move the camera here. Oh, God, my eyes. I wish we could use the Cinemachine on the VR camera, but I don't think it works. It just feels a bit like stuttery and laggy, sadly, so it doesn't really work. But if we create a game again, why is this throwing exceptions? What is the first exception? That's always the best place to start, because it's usually different. Object of time transform must be a thing. Spawn point holder. Okay, spawn point holder's been destroyed, but we're trying to access it. I'm guessing it's happening on this construct since the other one's a thing. Map manager get spawn point. Surely, though, this should not be negative. Shouldn't be. Right? Am I crazy? Because we should set it first before we try to load. On client stop, client stops. That's fine. Delver Manager 21. So that's the spawn. I can't find spawn point holder. But it's a serialized field. So how can it be destroyed? It's unsettling how much my teeth move. It's a toughie. It's a toughie. Map segment mono behavior. Yeah, I just don't really get why. Like how it must just be spawning when there is no map segment. Obviously that's them messing everything else up. Yeah, I don't. That's weird. Spawn point holder dot get child. Current segment must be null, I guess. Let me unplay here. Oh, is there a debug? That's the debug. I'm not currently debugging. Why am I seeing this in the map route? There we go. We're debugging now, so I can debug get spawn point. So if I press create relay, it does get a spawn point. There is a current segment start.clone. If I say exit relay, and I start relay again, current segment is null. Okay. The question is, why is this here? Get out of here. The question is, why is this being called when it's null? Construct, Delver Manager, on network spawn. It shouldn't spawn this yet. It should wait until this is done. Yeah, we should await load map. Game start event. Let me see where these game start event don't invoke. Plus equals game started. Close all menus, open menu. Disable menu controls. Lock state, yep. So that's all that does, that just invokes it. Where is the multiplayer manager actually spawning the player? Spawn player on client connected. Yeah, I wonder if it's not just, if it's not breaking all the time just because of a race issue. Man, race issues are so long. I guess we just say, is the map loaded? Is that kind of a hacky way of doing it? Maybe. Maybe. That's just so I can. Just look at solely private. This is just to, you know, make it look, just so I can check if it's working properly. So if I join and leave, make sure that the Delver thing is empty. It should do, I think, because like I'm pretty sure on like the disconnect should call on all players once we close the server. I think maybe. I guess we'll see. Let's find out. Oh Jesus, it's cold. Without food, it is freezing. Yeah, I can have my coffee now. And just way too much of this stream has been thought about the half-life of coffee. So if it works for 5 hours, I should probably have it close to the beginning of the day, right? Because I'm only planning on working for like 6 hours anyway. Because I'm a lazy boy. 6 hours and a little break. Maybe 8 hours. I can't believe I used to work 9 hours, including lunch. That's crazy. So yeah, I'll do 3 hours now. And then a break, and then 4 hours? 6. So like 6 to 7, 7 to 8, then 8 to 9. And then, yeah, have your coffee, be ready by 10. And 10 to 11, 10 to 12, 10 to 1, 10 to 2. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do 3 hours in the morning, then 4 hours in the evening for a total 7 hours work with a 1 hour lunch break. Yeah. So I need to start working at 6, so yeah. Every day at 9 I shall take my break between 9 and 10, and then I'll work till 2. Start at 6, break 9, 10, work till 2. And then hopefully back from gym by 4. And I have 6 hours to do what I want with. Like hopefully back from gym and showered and totally ready by 4. I can maybe grab some food. That's my daily schedule. It's nice to have a routine. It's also nice to mix things up, although not when it comes to sleep. So how do I do this? Server manager, spawn player. Just say, let me just put some logs in. Log spawning player. Loading map loaded. Let's see if the order of operations can help us track down the cause of the issue, because yeah, it's nice to make sure you know the cause before we start fixing. So there's, like a lot of the time my method is, hey, this is probably what's doing it, let's fix that. And then, you know, if it doesn't fix it, then I'm like, oh, awkward. You know, I'd have to undo that, or you don't usually have to undo it because most of the changes I make are generally improvements. Like the other day, I was like, oh, I don't need to change this, and I did, and overall I ended up with a system that was nicer. But it's not efficient, so spawning player. Oh, let me just press continue. Spawning player, map loaded, loading map, spawning player, map loaded. Interesting. So it actually does. So why didn't that break then? Why didn't that break? That's weird. That's very weird. I'm gonna be really lazy. I'm just gonna make this awaitable. I don't know if that's good. I can just say while current segment equals null. Oh, it's terrible, man. Nah, you can't do that. Because then this all has to be awaitable async. I actually don't even think it does. But I don't want to do that. That's a terrible way of doing it. I'd rather just say, hey, don't spawn on the server until the map is done. Which shouldn't be too big an issue. Like, this can be async. Excuse me. Because the spawn points are... Oh no, oh yeah, sorry. Spawn points are in the thing. Yeah, spawn points holder. They're in the map segment. I just don't get why it's... I just don't know why it's different, why it's working the first time. Let me put a... yeah, let's put some debugs in. Let's put one there. Let's put one on the map manager for the load segment. So now create relay. Oh. So we're loading the map. We're trying to get the spawn point, but the map's not loaded yet. So this shouldn't have been set. It took too long, so the network failed. Where is current segment being set? Load segment, load map, game started. Load map. Oh. Load map. Await unload async. Await load scene segment. I just don't know. I just don't know. Load segment. So it unloads it and then it says load segment. So this must be called before get spawn point is what I'm hearing. Right? Because if not, then I'm totally baffled. It must be calling it must have already loaded the current segment before we do get spawn point, and yet next time it's not doing that. So maybe next time we're just not doing it. Yeah, see, it's doing it first. So, but if we do exit relay, create relay. Now it's doing spawn point first, and now it's only now done the thing. So it's definitely a race issue. Why it's happening the second time, not the first time, I can't say. But we'll just have to handle it. Either by checking that, but I don't like doing that. Instead, I'm going to do the spawn player on the game start, I think. Right. Game started is only being called on game started is only being called once anyway. Client connected is anytime a client connects. It's saying its location and whatnot. So I need to do an async here essentially. I just need to say if the map isn't loaded, return. Or even just here. Game manager has a singleton. It could be as simple as loading game in game. That should be false. Game ended and game equals false. I'm guessing this is static as well. Yeah. Do I have access to the thing here? Game manager.ingame. You know what? Prototyping while game manager is not in game. Await task dot yield. Doesn't need to be async task and async void. Let's give that a go. I wonder if it will break my entire game. Ow, my hand. God, it's a bit cold. I was up at 5:30, but I only started the stream at 6:30 because I'm incredibly lazy. I looked at my watch, I was like, oh, I can finally start it on time at 6, and then, yeah, here we are. Dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. Client connected with 0, blah blah 0. I thought I had a breakpoint on the Delvers. Oh, this isn't gonna work, is it? That made no sense. Oh. So I'm saying the actual entire list. That's 9 usages there. Or am I adding to it? I'll stop saying log delvers dot count. So let's exit relay. Let's create relay. Nice. So now it works. Let me see what happens if I join multiple times on multiple characters. It should be working, I guess, because otherwise I wouldn't have joined with that skin, because I would have had a different index. Actually, no, that's based on index, not anything to do with the number of delvers. Aye. Aye.
I finished at 7, so that's fun. I'm on break already, so that's nice. It shouldn't be too bad today, hopefully.
I shall wish you luck in your guarding of whatever you're guarding. I'm probably going to take a break in like 20 minutes, grab a coffee, and hope the caffeine fuels me through until 2, so I don't pass out on stream. Create relay. So there was now one delver. One lowly delver. Exit relay. Let's create relay again. Now see there's 2. Darn it. Darn it. I think this is a static thing, isn't it? Yeah, so I could say this is a mono behavior? Network behavior, so it's a mono behavior. On awake, I could say yo. Fresh player data, client RPC. Delver.owner client ID equals the target client ID, then continue. Okay, so this is refreshing just on one client. I could just add this line here, surely. Let me see if that works. I don't think this will ever be called by anything else, like on the second character. I don't think the second character has a reference to the list of delvers. That's a server thing. That's a server only thing, baby. I can see why like some server stuff can be annoying, but I feel like it would also be a bit simpler having this big separation between client and server. Let's create relay. Let's exit relay. Create relay again. Nice. Now if we join relay, join code blah blah, join relay, paste. That's weird. Spawn, client connected with ID 1, player spawned for ID 0. This is weird. Does it think we're not in game? Because I didn't see an error. It just didn't spawn it. No. Strange. Very strange. Let me try and join on the other client and see if I can't figure this issue out. It's cool how we can technically have late joining, maybe even rejoining, although I'll probably just have late joining. If someone disconnects, they disconnect and then they can reconnect, but respawn. Create relay. Join relay. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's weird. It's the only line I added, so it must be this. No? What is this? How have I done this? Spawn player, there's 2 of these. Did I add this? No, this has always been there. While player is not in game, await task.yield. While player is in game, await task.yield. This should be not in game. And I shouldn't need to do this, because it's doing it here. Continue. No. What's happening here, huh? What's happening here? Yeah, I added that line over there, but it turns out spawn player already has that line. Spawn player already says spawn player server RPC, spawn player async. Yeah. So this is what happens on the server. I don't need to do this on the server, do I? Because it's always called on the server. Right? If singleton is server, return, yeah. So why am I doing this? Instance.spawn player server RPC. It just says spawn player async. Don't need a server RPC. Yeah, nothing's calling this now. Well, actually, 2 things are calling this now. Oh no, this is the And this is only being called by client connected. So yeah, that should be fine. Spawn player calls spawn player server RPC. Spawn player async. And while we're not in game, we await task.yield. Ooh, I think the issue might be that this is now being set to false. And maybe not being set to true again? Let me just put a little log on it. Just a little log to port backing fields. And I say log value. Let's load these up. Play. Create relay. No, actually, let's join create relay over here. And let's join relay. Join. Okay, so it sets to true. True, 1 player, 2 player. Guess that works. What happens if I leave now? Exit relay. Only server can shut down. Please, you shut down. Only server can disconnect remote clients. Okay, so apparently I just always use shutdown. Who'd have thunk it? Not I, sir. Not I. Where's exit relay? So I'll just close it and open it. Join relay. What? Why can't I join that relay? Did I say lobby? Join relay. Oh, I've copied some random crap in there. Join relay. Oh no, it does work, okay. Spawned with ID 2. So it does spawn it on a different ID. But it still says 2 players. It just increases the ID each time I spawn. Which, I mean, I guess is fine. I think ID doesn't really matter. I guess if someone rejoins, can they keep their ID? You get a different ID every time you join. Oh. The object type animator has been destroyed. Has it though? Has it though? When's this being set? I mean, I feel like most of these issues can just be solved by, you know, just putting in the thing. We should call construct anyway. And how is it not that? I've got an animator. Unless it's not calling it. Exit relay. Construct. Join relay. Yeah, well, it's calling it. Delver armature. It exists. Oh, it's calling it again for some reason. Interesting. Very interesting. That's weird. It's calling it a second time. So on network spawns being called twice. That's weird. Client connected, player spawned. Client connected. Let's log these events and put them side by side with the on-network spawn, eh? Okay. Let's exit relay. And let's create a join relay. So that's it spawns thing on network spawn, and then it's saying event type client connected. And continue. That's weird. That's very weird. So it's calling spawn twice. Oh man, their network is just so strange. Surely there's only one spawn player. How's it calling spawn twice? Is it refresh delvers is messing with something maybe? Refresh delver data client RPC. So it's spawning the player, then it peer connected. What does refresh delvers do again? I thought it was just to like if the owner client target client ID is owner client ID, delver refresh player data client IPC. So it goes in that and it says refresh player data. if is owner, return, otherwise push data to server. Pushes to the client ID. That's who it pushes to. So it doesn't do it on the main client, it just pushes to the target client. So that's the synchronize basically, right? I believe. And that like equips all the items. That's how that works. Set data to the server. It occurs to me that I didn't need to do this. I could have just said on synchronize. Where's the segment base? Combatant base on synchronize. On synchronize, set stat, and yeah, that just sets the stats on each of the other players. Yeah, I think that's probably the way I should do it there as well. Instead of doing all this refresh Delvers crap. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that to see if that fixes the issue first. Because that's incredibly complicated for no reason. So let me comment this out. Currently that just, yeah. Oh god, continue. Like it made sense at first, and like realistically you could then just do that kind of method call on everyone, but yeah, it's complicated, it's needless. If you compare it to what I was currently doing, the current on synchronize, where it was like, yeah, just, you know, synchronize. I think it gets called I can even do a little thing on here as well, actually, on synchronize, just show where it's called. If I go to my equipper and I say, hey, instead of doing all this push data to server crap here, we say on synchronize. On synchronize log syncing delver. I wish they were all like this by default. I guess if you then need to use curly braces, it wouldn't work. I also wonder what the ID for the thing is. Just out here vibing. Oh, it's 9, yes, okay. I'll test to see if this works, then I'll go grab some coffee and some breakfast. I had feta eggs yesterday, it was absolutely banging. I'm not sure about today. Some sort of salad, maybe. Some sort of salad with, like, you know, something that makes it worth tasty and worth living. Connected, true, player spawned. So yeah, it doesn't synchronize yet. So you don't need to do it yet. But then when we do this, we say join relay paste. And then it says syncing Delver 1, syncing Delver 0. Does it actually sync when you start? Let me see that again. It occurs to me I probably didn't have to do that because the whole point is I'm testing if I can rejoin. I could have just gone exit relay, rejoin relay. So I create relay. Yeah, it doesn't sync now, it just syncs when someone else joins. So the last thing is so true, so we're now in game. There's one Delver in the game, and we spawned the no reality player, so we spawned a Delver for ID 0. We can press join relay here. And that'll sync Delver 0, connect the client. So it syncs first, then it connects the client with ID 1, and then it says there's now 2 Delvers. Then we spawn it, and we say syncing Delver 1, peer connected Delver 1. Just wondering if that order of operations is okay, because before we were doing peer connected with ID 1 and then doing the sync, so maybe the sync happens too soon. I think it probably does happen too soon, so we may need to keep that in there and just do a different kind of workaround. Again, assuming that's what actually breaks it, I can test now by saying exit relay. Exit relay. Join relay. Yeah, that is what's breaking it. But sadly we now have no sync, so if I say spawn loot tests helmet 2, this is not going to be synced across the server after this person exits. No, it's not doing that. That's weird. I thought that's what was breaking it. There's still no animator. So what we've done is get rid of that's funny, it doesn't spawn them at all. Yeah, okay, weird. I still kind of want to do it on sync instead of thing. Push data to server. Okay, well that's not the issue, so I'll ignore that for now and I'll just turn that back on. And I'll try to figure out why why is it triggering twice? I wish I could figure out. The second one I get. The second one is the actual peer connected, so let's spawn it. Sorry, client connected, so let's spawn it. Client connected, client connected. Client connected is when you collect, right? Client connected ID 0. One of them always triggers. I forget if it's on the server. It's annoying because I think maybe it's triggering twice because of the thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab some coffee. Is this my lunch break? Or is this just gonna be like a little breakfast break and then I'll have an actual break later? So I work 3 hours, break from 9 till 10, and then do 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and do 4 hours in the evening. Okay, so this will be an actual break. There's a 2 hour 30 stream, so not terrible. Hopefully in the future it'll be 3 hours, maybe in 3 hours like 30 if I take like a half an hour less lunch. Do like 3.5 hours in the morning and then 4 hours in the evening. But we'll see. As always, thanks a lot to anyone who stopped by, including whoever spammed emotes and said nothing. The moral support is felt internally. Thank you for being with me in this troubling time. I don't know where I was going with that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I shall return in half an hour to an hour, hopefully.